For my project, I have done Kickstarter. Kickstarter was founded on April 28, 2009 by Perry Chen, Yancey Strickler, and Charles Adler. The New York Times called Kickstarter one of the best inventions of 2010 and one of the best websites of 2011. They reportedly received $10 million in backing from various venture firms, including Union Square Ventures. The company is based in Manhattan, New York. Their business model is very similar to that of subscription arts of patronage, which is where artists would go directly to their audiences to fund their work. What is Kickstarter? Kickstarter is the world's largest crowdsourcing platform. They use a reward system or one-time experiences as rewards for their donations. So depending on the amount of donation you give, depends on what type of reward or one-time experience you get. The purpose of Kickstarter is to help bring creative projects to life. Kickstarter can be used to fund anything from films to video games, including things such as music, stage shows, comics, journalism, and food-related projects. Whenever a person or organization wants to create a project, they must have a project deadline and a minimum funding goal. The project can range from either 30 days to 60 days, and the minimum funding goal can be as much as $10 to $1 billion. Whenever somebody makes a donation, Amazon Payments is used, and Amazon Payments will take 3 to 4% of that donation. At the end of the deadline, Kickstarter will take 5% of all the funding money if the funding goal has been reached. Some of the types of projects, as I mentioned before, range from films to food-related projects. The average rate of success is 44%. Over 100,000 projects have been launched, and this is as of July 20th, 2013. The total number of dollars pledged is up over 700 million. The business has grown very quickly in its early years. In 2010, they had just 3,900 successful projects and 27 million pledged. In 2011, there was over 11,000 projects and $99 million pledged. And last year, there was over 18,000 projects successfully funded and 319,000 pledged. As of last year, they saw a number of milestones set. A dock made by Casey Hopkins for the iPhone reached over $1 million in just a few short days. A few hours later, a project by game developers Double Fine Productions funded a new adventure game and reached $1 million in less than 24 hours. This was the first time Kickstarter raised over $1 million in pledges in a single day. In May of 2012, the Pebble e-paper watch became the most funded most funded project in Kickstarter history. They ended their deadline with over $10 million pledged. The Kickstarter e-watch is the most known project from Kickstarter. It is a smartwatch developed by Pebble Technology. It was designed based on a concept by Eric Migovsky, describing a watch that could display messages from a smartphone. He took this idea and was able to raise over $300,000 from just normal people from other investors outside of Kickstarter. Since he was unable to raise additional funds, he took the idea to use Kickstarter. The ePebble watch is a watch that connects to any iPhone or Android device and can display messages, or if you run, it can tell you how long you've been running, the time, and at what pace. Some of the other great projects they have had include many films, such as Sun Come Up, which is a documentary short, and also Incident in New Baghdad. These were both nominated for Academy Awards. Other projects that they had that were very successful were things such as contemporary art projects called the I Writer and Hip Hop Word Count, which were both chosen for the Museum of Modern Art exhibit in 2011. One of the more successful ones was a musician by the name of Amanda Palmer, who had an album called Theater is Evil, which debuted at number 10 on the Billboard 200. They have had many projects, but with these projects come many different problems. In 2011, a film student raised over $1,000 to plagiarize the film and tried to keep the money. In 2012, Amanda Palmer raised $1.2 million on Kickstarter. She wrote about how she used the money, but several other musicians reviewed her expenses and said they were extravagant and possibly fraudulent. Due to these things, Kickstarter has been taking a new initiative on making sure that nobody is trying to steal the money that they use. On advertising with Kickstarter, it is up to the project manager, whoever is creating this thing, to do it themselves. They can use various different venues such as Twitter or Facebook, or there's also another thing which is forums. They post on these forums called like Crowd Forum and other such places to get their project out there. The more popular projects are the ones that are able to be funded quicker because they're on the front page of Kickstarter, which I will show you now. As you can see, here is the project of the day picked by the technology. And they also give you projects based on where you are. So as you can see, here is a project called Gamer Tribes. Awesome dice, playmats, and clothes. They're being funded from South Altoona, Pennsylvania. And only 26% of it has been funded, but they still have 21 days left to go. Their goal is $3,000. And here's an example of the different rewards you can get for how much you pledge. If you pledge 10 or more, you get a die set of 10, and you also get 2 of each color. And if you do $15, you get 3 for 3 sale. There's Card Tribe, you get a t-shirt. So this just shows many of the different various uses of Kickstarter and what they do. Thank you.